Hello there, welcome to this week's weekly weight loss vlog. I kind of paused there because it's not this week, so I'm doing 2 weeks. We're doing 2 weeks in one because I was away last week. So I'm going to cover, I'm going to have to get my calendar up because I can't remember the flipping dates. I'm going to guess the 15th of April. Is that right? It is the 15th of April up to yesterday, which was the 28th of April. Yes, I went to a week last Saturday. Went to New York City. Yeah, we went to Manhattan. It was absolutely amazing. It's been on our bucket list for absolutely ages. We were meant to go at Christmas. We booked the flights to go at Christmas, and I just booked the flights because the price was pretty decent without looking at the cost of hotels. And when I went to book a hotel, the price was ridiculous. I don't know if it was just an abnormally. Yeah, that's right. An abnormally for last December. But yeah, the first weekend of December, the hotel that we've just stayed in, the price was more than twice. It was like, I think we paid 950 quid for 4 nights, and it was over £2,000 the first weekend of December, and we couldn't afford to do it. That was like our sort of hotel and spending money all swallowed up in the hotel. So we moved it to last weekend because it was a time we could move the flight and it didn't cost us any more money, and the hotel was 950 quid instead of over a couple of grand. But absolutely fantastic. We stayed at the Doubletree by Hilton at Times Square South, and if anyone's got a trip to New York planned or they're thinking of going or whatever, I can highly recommend that hotel. It was absolutely brilliant. Location were fantastic. Staff were absolutely amazing. I mean, not that you only sort of waved to as you sort of walked in and out and said hello, but they were really, really friendly, really, really nice. If you needed anything, just ask them and they sorted it out for you. And although it was quite expensive for New York, it wasn't expensive. It was pretty decent. I know. There we go. So we'll cover in this weekly weight loss vlog a bit of New York eating, because that has definitely taken over for a few days in the last 2 weeks. What else we're going to discuss? Steps. Yeah, you do some steps when you go to New York, so we'll discuss that as well. But yeah, it was a really good trip. Highly recommend it. We went for 4 nights. Did not need any more than that, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe that's just me. I'm a country bumpkin, live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm quite happy to live in the middle of nowhere. So when I go into a big city, I'm a bit like, what on earth's going on? So yeah, 3 nights. 3 nights? No, we did 4 nights, sorry. 4 nights was more than enough, especially if you're willing to get up in the morning and get a good tread on. You can pretty much see everything. We just did Manhattan. We didn't go out to Brooklyn or over to New Jersey. Kind of, I think if we stayed any longer, that's what we would have done, because Manhattan for 3-4 nights was done. We were done with that. But yeah, really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, so what has that done for the old weight loss? That's what we're here for. It is a weekly weight loss vlog, or fortnightly weight loss vlog in this case. So let's get into that straight away. Let's get into the old check-ins. I've been weighing a bit more, I'll be honest with you, over the last couple of weeks, just for accountability. I always say this, and I recommend, I do recommend, the further you go between weighing, the better the chance, as long as you're consistent, I'll always say that, of seeing what you would class as a positive result every time you get on the scale. So scales are going to fluctuate daily for lots of different reasons. And if those daily fluctuations mess with your head because you're emotionally attached to the scales, which most people are, leave the scales alone. Jump on the scales every couple of weeks. As I always say, the one negative for me of weighing every 2 weeks is you are putting quite a bit of pressure on that single point of weighing. But if you're consistent with what you're doing, there is no pressure, because yes, weight loss isn't linear. Sometimes you'll see half a pound loss. Sometimes you'll see a 3 or 4 pound loss. As you can see from my graph here. So here is my graph from the 1st of January all the way up to yesterday. Why have I got that down? Hang on. I haven't. This will look right on yours. On mine, I've got absolutely the dates totally wrong. I haven't. I've just got it down as being May instead of April. Let me correct that now. Otherwise, that's going to mess with my head because that was Saturday and that was. Let's have a look here. And that was Sunday, which was the 28th. Yeah, so as you can see on the graph there, I weighed pre New York and I've logged it as pre-holiday, which was the 19th. The weigh-in before that was post-holiday after coming back from the stag do that I went to in Warsaw a couple of weeks ago. So basically, I gained 6.2 pounds on my stag do. Not my stag do. I'm happily married, but the stag do I went on the 16th of April. Yeah, gained 6.2 pounds. Managed to get rid of, let me do my math, 4.6 pounds of that before going to New York, so I was all right with that. And then I weighed when we got back from New York. Well, we got back actually on the 25th, but I weighed on the 26th and I gained 6 pounds back from New York. And then I weighed Saturday and I weighed Sunday and lost 2 point. No. This is why I'm a retired accountant, because my maths is rubbish. Hang on. I lost 2.6 pounds, have I? Is that right? Yeah. 2.6 pounds of a 5 point. No. If you're not getting frustrated with me, I'm getting frustrated with myself. Right. What did I gain from New York? Hang on. I gained. I was 20 point. I gained 6 pounds. Sorry. Yeah. And I've lost 2.6 of that. So I'm still like 4 point something, slightly heavier. But I'm all right with that. I'm all good. 2.8 or am I 2.8 or 3? I'm 2.8. I'm 3.4 pounds heavier. I was yesterday than when we went to New York. So I'm all right with that. And I'm away again on Friday. Yeah, it's just been a manic time. I did talk about this in previous weight loss vlogs. So anyway, but I'm holding on to a bit of that weight loss from Christmas. So the lowest I've been this year is 22.2 pounds, which you can see there is the 11th of April, just before I went on that stag do. And I'm currently 17.2 pounds down. So I'm 5 pounds heavier than pre-stag do. But is some of that weight loss, is some of that body fat gain, or is it all water retention? I'm gonna go through my food diary shortly. I'll be honest with you, I'm gonna go £2. I think I'm £2 heavier in body fat. And I'll tell you why. The stag do, and I went through that on the last weekly weight loss vlog. I think I was maintenance that week. I actually think, not last week, but yeah, last week, not the 15th, is it, up to whatever, 22nd or 21st of April. I think that was a maintenance week. I think last week, probably a little bit of a surplus, if I'm being honest. Maybe a smidge of a surplus. So I reckon I've gained £2. Do I feel that since going on that stag do, could I have eaten 7,000 calories above my maintenance? Yeah, there's a good chance. And that's what I'd need to do to gain £2 of body fat. So yeah, there's a chance. But, you know, it is what it is. So I still think I'm probably carrying about £3 of water retention, which would make sense. I've not got on the scales this morning. I'm not going to get on the scales now till Thursday. So we're away again on Friday. My wife's cousin is renewing her wedding vows to her husband. It's their 10-year wedding anniversary over in Mexico. So they're going Thursday to, I think they're going for 10 or 11 nights. We're just going for a week. So we're going over for a week. And I'm looking forward to it. I am. Because I know I've been away twice in the last couple of weeks. The stag do to Warsaw and the city break to New York. I I've had 2 great weekends, or, you know, I suppose New York's a very long weekend. Loved them, but they're not a holiday. They're just, city breaks just aren't, are they? I've done, you know, not much sleeping, quite a lot of drinking on the stag do, and then not loads of boozing. I'm going to go through, I'll go through New York when I get the food diaries up. But yeah, not too much boozing in New York. But a good bit of eating, a lot of treading, up from sort of 7 up from probably 5:30 in the morning. New York's 5 hours behind. So 5:30 in the morning, New York's like 10:30 to us. So I was managing to sleep probably till about 5 a.m. and then 5:30, 6-ish hours up. And they say New York's the city that never sleeps. It does sleep. There's not a lot to do. Certainly on a Sunday, there's nothing to do until about 11 a.m. And then Monday, Tuesday, everything does open at 6 a.m. because obviously people are back at work. So when I'm talking like breakfast places or whatever. So, but anyway, still up early, loads of steps, loads of movement, and it's just tiring. But an amazing experience. Absolutely loved it. So we're going to Mexico, all inclusive for a week. This is going to be the biggest test, really, for holding on to some of that post-Christmas weight loss. Not that I'm going to put it all back on, but I've gained 2 pounds of body fat, I would say. I'm probably going to be gaining 3 or 4 pounds over the next week. Next week, not this week, but next week is a surplus week, what I class as a full weight loss break, surplus week, Monday to Sunday, no tracking, not worrying about what I eat. So, yeah, I probably will gain a few pounds next week. So to gain 4 pounds of body fat, we are talking calorie surplus over a week of 14,000 calories, which is 2,000 calories a day. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be a million miles away with that, to be honest with you. We're all inclusive. It's going to be drinks, celebrating, food. I won't know until I get back, but we'll see. Anyway, there we are. That's where we're at the moment. So I'm going to weigh on Thursday, and I have actually put... so my mission at the moment, from when I weighed on the 11th of April, my mission is up to the 5th of July, is to maintain. So I want to weigh on the 5th of July, and I'd like to be minus 22.2 pounds. That's my mission. So yes, I've had weight fluctuations, and you can see from the graph, the weight's going up and down. But if on the 5th of July, I've pretty much had 3 months of a lot of overindulgence, because when we get back from Mexico, in between getting back from Mexico and the 5th of July, I've got 2 all-day weddings. I've got a UK stag do, which is the one that was in Warsaw, but the groom's having a UK stag do, which he wants us to go on. And I'm also going to Benidorm at the end of June to watch some of the Euros, because I'm a massive football fan, and me and a couple of mates, we're going to go over to Benidorm for a few days. And watch some of the games over there in the sunshine. Benidorm's just set up for it. It's amazing. Big terraces, great big TV screens. It's very multi. A lot of people think Benidorm is just Brits. It's not. Obviously, there's a lot of holidaymakers there, but you get a massive amount of German, obviously Spanish. Benidorm's like the biggest Spanish tourist destination, so you get a lot of Spanish people in Benidorm. So we just thought it'd be good for the Euro. So there'll be every single nation that's playing will be represented in some way. So it'll be good. It'll be good. We can get involved with a few different sort of nationalities. So I've got that as well. So I've still got, but this is the biggest one, you know, the stag do, the trip to New York, and then a week all inclusive. This is the big thing. Coming back, yes, it's busy, yes, it's hectic, yes, there's going to be a couple of calorific weekends and a little, but I can stay in control. I can stay in control with that and hopefully lose some of this gain, like I say. Anyway, you can see there the dates. My next official weigh-in is Thursday, the day before we go to Mexico. So really, I was minus 17.2 yesterday. Anything less than that for me is, I'm happy, right? I'm all good with that, yeah? And then my next weigh-in after that is going to be the 12th of May, which will be, the day we get back from Mexico. So just like I've already done, I'm going to log a pre-holiday weight. I'm going to log a post-holiday weight. And then my next official check-in after that is the 24th of May, which is May Bank Holiday, day before the UK stag do, as it were. And then my next weigh-in after that is the 7th of June, which is the day before the wedding for the 2 stag do's that I'll have been on. Rachel's maid of honour for Victoria. And Brad's having a best man. He's not having any ushers, as it were, but he still wants me and Victoria's brother and a couple of others. We're going to go to the house in the morning. So it's going to be a big day. You know, it is. Then I'm going away on the 21st of June, which is the day before I go to Benidorm for the Euros, and then 5th of July. So I've mapped out that. Those are all my next weigh-ins. So yeah, so we'll see where we're at. And I'll keep doing these weekly weight loss vlogs the best I can. Okay, so let's go through some food diaries. Now, normally I go through kind of what I've eaten. I'm not going to do that today because I'm conscious of time because I'm trying to do 2 in 1. So let me get up my food diary for week 1 of this period. And again, I do these weekly weight loss vlogs. Do you know what? I am doing them for my own accountability. Me talking to you is like me talking to me, if that makes sense. I'm kind of talking to myself of how things are going. And because I'm doing these, it is keeping me on track, certainly in between these periods, because I'll be honest with you, last year we had a few breaks away quite close together, and in between those breaks away, I was rubbish. I was like, I'm going on holiday again in 2 weeks. Like we had a big holiday. Our friends got married last year over in Vegas, and we went over there for that holiday. We sort of tacked on a bit of touring around America for that. And do you know what? And then when we got back, Brad, who's getting married, who's the stag do I went on a couple of weeks ago, who's stag do I'll be going on again in 2 weeks' time. It was his 30th, and we went to Prague for his 30th. And that was 2, maybe 3 weeks after getting back from it. And honestly, that period in between, I could have quite easily got my head into the game. Maybe it was 2 weeks, I can't quite remember. And I just didn't. I was rubbish. But you got to learn from your mistakes. Got to learn from your mistakes. Right, food diary. Here we go. 15th of April to the 21st of April. The weekly diary. So, 15th of April was the day I travelled back from the stag do in Poland, but I tracked. Right, I've never done that before, travelling home. I've always had that. I've always had the. Is it the mindset? Maybe not the mindset. Anyway, whenever I've been away, I always create a cut-off and a restart point. And the cut-off and restart, the restart point has always been my first full day back in the UK. I've never done it travelling. Well, do you know what? I think because that was a Monday, I decided, do you know what? It's a new weight loss week. You're going away again in 5 days, so you need to be accountable. I wasn't too bothered about the calories I ate on that day because I'm travelling home. I was very tired. I was possibly a little bit hungover, which is, that always makes it harder to control. When I'm overly tired, I find it harder to control my food. When I'm hungover, I find it very hard to control my food. And obviously, when you're traveling, you can make better choices. You can. I get loads of, I'm working away from home. Look, at the end of the day, you can go get a meal deal. I can go to the airport and get a sandwich and a bottle of water. There's no need to be, really, in this day and age, overindulgent when you're traveling. But sometimes you struggle to make those correct food choices. By the way, I did 3, so my average daily allowance is 2,750 for weight loss, and I did 3,051, which again, I was more than happy with. Straight back into it, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 2,200 calories on the Tuesday, 2,320 on the Wednesday, Thursday 2,000 calories, and then 2,600 on the Friday. So banked, even with that minus 301 on the Monday from traveling back, I still banked 1,500 calories. So I have 2,750 a day. So the Saturday is when we travelled to New York, and we had pretty much a full afternoon and evening in New York because of the time difference. We flew at 11 in the morning. We were at the hotel for New York time about 3:30, 4 about 3:30 in the afternoon because it's 5 hours behind. So we had a full day at it. Now that's an extra 5 hours eating as well, calorie consumption. So you've got to think about that a little bit. But that was kind of counterbalanced when we were travelling home. And I'll talk about that when I get up the next diary. But anyway, Saturday, you know what? We're on holiday. I had a few pints in Heathrow Airport before we flew. I had a bacon butty. We flew Manchester to Heathrow, Heathrow to JFK. Manchester Airport, I had a bacon sandwich and a Diet Coke. That was it, because it was dead early. It was like 6 in the morning. No beer. Anyway, when we got to Heathrow, it felt like, well, I think we were in Heathrow for about 9 a.m. or 8:30. we went for a walk around Heathrow Airport, and then I was like, I'm having a beer, even though it was 9:30 in the morning. Or 9 o'clock in the morning. I've been up 5 or 6 hours at that point, I think. So it's like, cool, let's go have a beer. So we had a few beers there. We had a few beers on the plane. Obviously, plane food. Do we have anything to eat in Heathrow Airport? I don't. Oh, I did. Well, Rachel didn't eat at Manchester Airport, so she got. We were just in Spoons at Heathrow, and she got not even sausage, just an egg and cheese like muffin thing and 2 hash browns, and we ended up actually having half each and a hash brown each. Then we had plain food. Then we got into NYC. What did we do in New York? We just went treading. We went treading that day. Food, the only food we got was we went to Raising Cane's. I don't know if anyone's ever had a Raising Cane's. It was lovely, really good. Overhyped on social media. It is literally just like chicken selects, but very good chicken selects, or chicken KFC mini fillets. Chips, French, very similar to Slim Chickens, actually. If you've been to Slim Chickens here, I know they have Slim Chickens in America, right? So we had that. Then we sort of treaded around for about 3 hours. Then there was a pub opposite our hotel. So we went in there and had 2 or 3 beers. That was it. And then went to bed. So actually, I'm talking through it now. Did we get anything else in it? I think I got some dill pickle crisps, which are absolutely sensational. I love them. Got to get them when you go to the States. But I don't think we had any like sweet treat. Like maybe had a bit of chocolate. We didn't have, didn't get any donuts or anything like that. So I'm looking at, and when I'm going through this now, I'm like, did I go? I banked 15. So I have 2,750 a day. That's 5,500 calories for the weekend. 1,500 was banked, so that's 7,000 calories. And then obviously I've got my maintenance, so 2,750 is my calorie deficit. So I basically had 10,500 calories Saturday, Sunday. So we had a good tread around Saturday. Sunday was definitely more calorific. I'll tell you why. We're out at 7, and we just walked for like 2.5 hours on the Sunday morning. We had a right good tread about. Did about 14,000 steps. But then I'm a Man United fan for my sins. We were playing Coventry in the FA Cup. That kicked off at 10:30. We went to an Irish bar that was recommended to us to go to. It was a brilliant bar for football. Legends. It's under Empire State Building in New York, or just across the road from Empire State Building. Owned by an Irishman who was a Manchester United fan. I didn't know that before we went. But they have like about 30 different football teams have that as their home pub. So, Barcelona, Real Madrid. So anyone that supports Barcelona in New York goes there. Anyone that supports Real Madrid in New York goes there. Man United, Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, loads of different teams. And they had loads of TV. It was a brilliant bar. We went there at 10 o'clock and we walked out of there at 4 p.m. So, yes, we were meant to go in just to watch the United game because we had the Empire State Building booked. Yeah, we didn't. We stayed in there till 4 p.m. And then we just went for pizza and went home to bed, to be honest with you. But that probably was a bit of a calorific day. But looking at it, I reckon I was probably around maintenance calories that week because we got up in the morning, we went to a diner for breakfast. We got Rachel got pancakes. She had 1.5 pancakes. I had maybe 1, and then I got a breakfast skillet, which was bacon, eggs, sausage, potatoes, with some toast on the side. I ate about 2/3 of that. Rachel had 1/3 of it. Rachel had 1.5 pancakes. I had a pancake. So maybe breakfast was 1,000 calories. We went to this bar. Yes, in alcohol, probably 2,000 to 3,000 calories in alcohol. And then we went for a pizza afterwards. We split a piece of New York cheesecake. We split a pizza. I had another couple of beers, to be honest with you. And then where did we go then? Did we go back to that pub that we went to on the first day and had another beer in there? Can't remember. I genuinely can't remember. Oh, we might have just gone to bed. So that might have been a 6,000 calorie day. But I reckon the Saturday was probably 4 or 5. So I might have got a smidge over, but nothing major. Right, let's do the following week. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we were in New York. We travelled back on the Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, again, plenty of steps, but plenty of food. Pizza, cream cheese bagels. I'm trying to think what else we ate. Banana pudding. Everyone raves against social media. Go on social media. Probably YouTube, yeah. But TikTok, Instagram Reels. And search for Magnolia Bakery. Everyone raves about it. It was shocking. Anyway, we had that. Yeah, lots of pizza. What else do we have? Hot dog. I'm trying to think. anything else? What did we do for tea? Oh, we went to a place called 7th Street Burger. Really, very greasy, but it's meant to be. That's one of its things. Smash burgers, really greasy, on a potato bun. Never had a potato bun before. But delicious, really, really delicious, very, very good. So, and then didn't actually drink anything on the Monday. Tuesday, had a few beers. Wednesday we were travelling home, so we were in New York in a little bit in the morning. Then we travelled home, and you lose 5 hours. So basically, Wednesday was kind of a 19-hour day, but Saturday was a longer day. But Wednesday I didn't eat anything in New York actually. The first thing I ate was on the plane coming home, was the food we got on the plane, and obviously that's not, it's just plain food. So I had that. I did take a bag of crisps on the plane and a bit of chalk, so I did eat that through the flight. Then we landed at Heathrow Airport. We had about a 2-hour layover. Did I eat in Heathrow? I don't think I even ate in Heathrow. I didn't eat in Heathrow Airport. We ended up getting back into Manchester midnight-ish, and then I got a double cheeseburger and some chicken nuggets on the way home. That was it from McDonald's. We just nipped in there. So technically, I suppose that was Thursday. So Wednesday wasn't calorific at all, but Monday, Tuesday definitely was. How many? I don't know. I don't track calories on holiday, but as you can see there, we got home here about 2 a.m. Thursday morning, 3 a.m. maybe Thursday morning. Straight to sleep, but straight back at it, tracking calories. And do you know what? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week, I wasn't bothered whatsoever. I genuinely mean that. I was not bothered whatsoever about how many calories I consumed. What I was concerned about, not concerned as it were, sorry, I like writing down my times for when I put the pictures up for you guys. So yeah, I wasn't concerned about the amount of calories I ate last week. I just wanted to make sure I was tracking. And I eat 750 a day on average. So that is it. So basically Thursday to Sunday, I've got 11,000 calories, and I just didn't really want to go over that. And I didn't. I had 10,838. So did I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? So for me to be in a calorie surplus last week, it would be, did I eat 13,000 calories Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I'm probably going to say yes, in all honesty. We had these cream cheese bagels in the morning. We split one, but I reckon there were 1,500, maybe? No, maybe not. What's it? There were large bagels. So maybe a bagel's 400 calories. Was there 1,000 calories of cream cheese? Because they put a lot on. Maybe. It's hard because, it is hard when you don't know the calories of things. So I have no idea. But just from knowing myself, knowing how much water retention I gained from being on holiday, as I say, when I look at my progress sheet, I'm like, I'm 5 pounds heavier now than when I went on that stag do a couple of weeks ago. Am I still holding 5 pounds of water? I could be. I'm still a big guy. I still hold it back. I could be. But, I'd rather be in my mindset, no, you have gained a couple of pounds of body fat. If I haven't, and I weigh on Thursday and I've managed to, because I'm drinking loads of water at the moment, it's a bonus. But in my mindset, I'm like, yeah, you've gained a couple of pounds. Anyway, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back to my normal eating pattern, to be honest with you. Rachel was on a hen do for the stag do I went on this weekend. Like I said, this is how manic it is at the moment. So I've just been fending for myself, and I've made, what have I had? I've put it on, I've basically what I've eaten all weekend, I've put on TikTok and Instagram Reels. I made this pork. I saw it. I can't remember who posted it. I always like to tag people. If I see inspiration, I like to tag them in the post. What's it called? Pad Krapau, which is like pork and basil. It's a Thai dish. I don't really like basil, so I just made it without the basil, with white rice and an egg. I had that 3 times this weekend. And then I made yesterday for lunch my own version of a chicken hiro. Right, I always pronounce it wrong on purpose because you always get someone right. It's pronounced hero. He's called it a gyro. I know, called it a gyro. Called it a gyro on purpose because people, it's like you get like your grammar police on social media and you put your YOUR and they have to comment YOU. I apostrophe R-E. To be honest with you, I can be a bit like that myself. But anyway, that's probably why I know it happens. But yeah, so what am I talking about? I have no idea. Anyway, that's where my calories. Oh yeah, that chicken, absolutely, honestly, I've never done one before. Made a flatbread, yeah, and I've seen it loads on social media. You use the same equal parts 0% fat Greek yogurt and self-raising flour. So I did 100 grams Greek yogurt, about 100 grams of self-raising flour. I had a bit of garlic powder and a bit of salt to season it. Roll it out, toast it, little drizzle of olive oil in a pan, so maybe half a teaspoon, very good non-stick pan, and toast it, and it makes the best flatbreads. Honestly, it's so easy to do. And I made this, so I had that yesterday. I had protein porridge for the 3 days, got lots of fruit, getting a bit of goodness in after those. Oh, sorry, I'm smacking the mic there. After those cream cheese bagels, getting cream cheese bagels and pizza. That's all I feel I ate. I ate loads. I'm trying to remember. Like I said, I had that burger. We had that Raising Cane's. I had a hot dog. I had a few of it, but I'm just like cream cheese bagels and pizza was a predominant part of the time in New York. And then last night, Rachel come back from a hen do. She was rather hungover, a little bit delicate, thinking she was the shot champion of Edinburgh for the weekend, and she kind of won and lost all at the same time, I think. But yeah, she was a bit hungover yesterday. So I picked her up. I was like, what do you want for tea? She said, Papa John's. I was like, do you know what? I'll have a Papa John's. I've not had one of those for ages, and I've been right back on it. So, and I'd banked a few calories. But anyway, there we are, 10-3-8-3-8. So obviously we've got some holes in that diary for the last 2 weeks. I didn't track Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And although I was travelling back from the stag do, and I tracked on the Monday, the 15th, I didn't on Wednesday. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you. I knew I was going to be straight back into it on Thursday. I knew it was going to be a really long day Wednesday. The stag do, it's a 2-hour flight home. I was home for 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I just had all I needed to track on holiday was a bit of breakfast, as it were. Like I say, I'm not really classing them as holidays. They were more tiring than relaxing, definitely, both of them. But anyway, there we go. Right, let's get some steps up. But yeah, very good. But yeah, let me go back to that. I don't track calories on holiday. Someone asked me this morning, because I said about I'm going to Mexico on Friday. Will you be tracking calories on Friday? I never have done. I never have. Now, the first 2 years of my weight loss journey, I didn't track calories. I didn't have a bloody clue what MyFitnessPal was, if I'm being honest with you. I only learned about MyFitnessPal when we went to Mexico in February 2016. And I remember Rachel saying to me, oh, by the way, have you heard of MyFitnessPal? I said, no, what's that? She said, oh, such and such uses it at work. I was like, all right. And that's when I downloaded it in Mexico. I didn't track it in Mexico. I just downloaded it to see what it was like. And then when I got back from Mexico, I booted it up, put my calories in, and that's when I first started tracking. So I've tracked calories since February 2016. Wow, it's like 8 years. So I'm pretty proficient. I've done it a long time. Used MyFitnessPal for knocking on 5 years. Just over 5 years. Use Nutricheck now for about 2.5 years. I won't go back to MyFitnessPal. Nutricheck's definitely a much better app. Nothing wrong with MyFitnessPal. It did me good while I was using it, but it's like anything, isn't it? I always say this: a 20-year-old car and a brand new car does pretty much the same job. Gets you from A to B. 4 wheels and a steering wheel and a windscreen and all this and the other. But if you go from driving a 20-year-old car and then you decide to treat yourself to a new car, you're like, it's dead smooth. It's got new gadgets on it. It's a lot easier to use. I've not got to do that to put my windows down and this, that, and the other. And that's kind of Nutricheck to MyFitnessPal. They both do the same job. One just does it better. But yeah, I've never tracked calories on holiday. What is really important for holiday for me, or if you're going to have a little break from weight loss or you're not going to track calories, cut off, restart. And you've got to stick to it. There's nothing where it's so easy for me, coming back from New York Wednesday-ish and then going away again 8 days later to go, I'll start when I get back. What's the point in doing it in between? The point is it reins me in. It keeps me reined in because Rachel was away all weekend. I'll be honest with you. I was, I had a couple of mates on Saturday night. What you doing? Rachel's away. You coming out for a few beers? Don't get me wrong, I can go out for a few beers if Rachel's here. But And I was like, do you know what? I'd love to. And I was chomping at the bit. I was like, do you know what? I could just go just to me local. It's literally 200 yards from my house. Go and watch I think Villa Chelsea were playing, because I watch any football. And just go and sit in the pub for a couple of hours, put the world to rights, have a few beers and watch the footy. But I went, no, I'm not doing that. I'm staying on it. I've been tracking. And if I hadn't got back to tracking my calories, I probably would have done. I'd thought, yeah, go on then. And there's nothing worse than going into holiday mode too early. My holiday starts Friday morning, and it is my first. I know I'm very, I'm very appreciative that I've managed to get away a couple of times already in a short space of time. Actually, I do wish it was a bit more spread out. But like I say, the stag doing it was. I've never been to Poland before. I've never been to New York before. Absolutely, really enjoyed both of them. Had a really good time. I don't class them as a holiday. They were hectic. They were busy. Brilliant to see. Loved my time there. But I am ready for a sun lounger, a pina colada, and a bit of sunshine. I can't believe it's May. I've said this morning on my TikTok live. I'm like, it's flipping freezing here still. And it's May on Monday. I don't want it to be 30 degrees. It's horrible when it's hot here. But like just 16. That's what it was in New York. It was like 16 degrees. And when you're in the sun and it's 16 degrees, it's lovely. Bare sun on your bones, put a smile on your face. When you're in the shade or the sun goes in, it's cool, so you might put your hoodie back on. But it was lovely. And then you get back to the UK, and I'm like, it's May on Wednesday, and I'm sat here now. I've got a fleece on. I'm in my house. I'm bloody freezing. My heating's still on. Good job the price had gone down. Couldn't have the flipping heating off for 6 months. Anyway, not like me to moan. I'm not a moaner at all, but I am looking forward to a bit of sunshine. I've downloaded a couple of audio books, lying on a sun lounger for a few hours each day, and just having a bit of R&R. Yeah, we're going to be having a bit of a boot. We'll have a few drinks, a bit of food, but it is going to be a nice relax. That starts Friday. That's when I'll stop tracking calories again. I'm staying on it, and I'm back to tracking this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. How's this week going to go? It's going to be, I would say, maintenance week this week-ish. It might be a little bit like last week. It might be just over maintenance. Next week's a surplus week. That's going to be a weight gain week. Just is what it is. We're in Mexico Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We fly back Friday, but we don't fly till like 5 o'clock. So we'll be in the resort till about half one in the afternoon. I'll probably hit the pool, have a few drinks, have some food. Probably have a couple of drinks on the flight home. Actually, I won't do, so I've got to drive when we get back. So I won't be doing that. But again, airport food, airplane food. And I'm actually having Saturday, Sunday off from tracking. Again, cut off, restart. My cut off is Thursday night when I go to sleep, or Friday morning, no tracking. And I'm going to start tracking again a week on Monday. I'm having 9 days off from tracking calories, because we get back at like 8 a.m. Saturday morning. Again, I'm going to be tired. I'm going to be jet lagged. And I just said to her, not that I'll be doing anything majorly calorific on the Saturday, Sunday, but I do like restarting on a Monday. And actually, it's quite rare for me to like get back. Normally, like even going to New York, previous times I'll start again on Monday. And I think because we're going away again so soon is why I've gone again on Thursday. I was like, no, let's just track my calories. And you know what? It makes me feel so much better. Just, it's just like, I know, like, I could, although I see the scales and a gain of 5 pounds, I know that most of it is, like I say, water is water retention, because the data is there. You can't argue with the data. So many people try to, but yeah, the data's there. Right, let's get on to steps and stuff, because I'm fully aware time's ticking on and I don't want to bore you too much. Right, let's get these steps up. Let me put week 1 up. So this is week 1. So 15th, the Monday was me travelling back from Warsaw. I still did well over 10,000 steps that day, probably looking at that graph about maybe 12,000, something like that. And steps stayed high all week, really. 12 Tuesday, 12 Wednesday, or maybe a little bit, maybe somewhere around there. Maybe 11 Monday, 12 again Thursday. Friday, a little bit lower, but still probably around 11. Saturday, even though we were travelling, like I say, when we got to New York, we went for a massive tread. and was up to probably looking at that about 17,000 maybe steps on Saturday, and then a good 15,000 on Sunday as well. So plenty of steps, and averaging 13,303 over the week. And then they can see Monday, Tuesday, loads of steps. I was a bit annoyed actually. I actually did 28,000 steps on Monday. When I've come back into the UK, because the time difference, so obviously like 8 o'clock at night in New York is 1 o'clock in the morning here, and we were walking around on the Monday till like 8 o'clock. But anything I did after midnight UK, it's kind of moved it into Tuesday, because we did nearly 30,000 steps on the Monday. And then we did about 19,000 on the Tuesday. Still loads, it's plenty of treading about, but it's kind of chopped Monday off and added it to Tuesday. It's fine. The data's there. Wednesday was our travel back time, so we just sort of chilled out in the morning, then went to JFK and sat on a plane all day. So we didn't do, the only sort of steps we did on Wednesday was what we did walking through airport, so under 10,000. 10,000 Thursday, first day back, 11,000 Friday, 10,000 at least Saturday. And then yesterday I had a proper chill day. I was so tired yesterday. It really hit me yesterday. Like probably I think the last 2 weekends or whatever just caught up yesterday, and I'm just chilling my beans. I still did about 8,000 steps, something like that. And anyway, last week 13,625. I've not got. Do you know what? I meant to. I've not got it in front of me because I need to look on my phone, and I'm recording this on my phone. I want to see my average steps for April. Actually, I reckon I'm well over 13,000. But I'll have a look. If I find it, I'll if I find it, well, not find it. If I remember, I will pin it to. What will I pin it to? I'll pin it to the video. My head's gone. I tell you, I'm ready for an holiday. I know I've been away twice, but it hasn't been a holiday. And then finally working out, as you see there, week one, hit the gym Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, when we come back when I come back from Poland after the stag do. Didn't get to the gym on Friday. Was mega busy working, trying to get things ticked off before going away. And then obviously no workouts while we're in New York, just lots and lots of steps, and then straight back at it. And I hit the gym Thursday, Friday, Saturday last week. Saturday I just went and did arms actually. It wasn't a long session. I did about, again, I was really tired. Did about 30 odd minutes, but trained well Thursday, Friday, even though a bit of jet lag and stuff. So still got some workouts in. My minimum a week, I always try and go 3 times a week to the gym. Always try and go 3 times a week. Obviously that target changes when I'm away or whatever, but still, I've been to the gym today. I'll go tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. So I'll hit the gym 4 times this week. And you know what? I'll probably train in Mexico. We're 6 hours behind there. So I'm always wide awake at 6 in the morning. Always. So 6 in the morning, Mexico's dinner time here. We'll try. We go on Friday. We'll try and stay up till about 10, 11 o'clock on Friday, which is like 5 in the morning here. Then go to sleep, get about 5 or 6 hours in. I'll be wide awake at 6 a.m. And there's not a lot to do. But so if I'm not hungover, which won't be every morning. If I wake up at 6 in the morning and I'm not hungover, I will be hitting the gym in Mexico because I enjoy it. Loads of people say to me, "Oh God, you're so sad. Why do you go to the?" I think this is what a lot of people, and this comes from people that don't go to the gym on a regular basis or don't enjoy the exercise. I love training. I don't do it because I have to do it, and that's the thing. People always say, what's the best exercise for weight loss? The best exercise for weight loss is something you enjoy doing. It really is that simple, right? And if you enjoy doing it, you'll be consistent at doing it because you enjoy it. So a lot of people look at me going to the gym on holiday and think I'm sad. I'm like, I enjoy going to the gym. I love going to the gym. It's not a chore to me. It's my hobby. It's something I really enjoy. I don't go because I feel like I have to. I go because I want to, and I enjoy it. So yeah, I'll try and get at least probably 2, maybe even 3 sessions in on holiday. Plus, I am that tit on holiday. You always get, the one that's like when the animation team run round and go, who wants to play volleyball? Who wants to play darts? Who wants to play ping pong? Who wants to do aquafit? Yeah, you know the one Burke that says I'll do everything. Yeah, that's me. So I'm always dead active on holiday anyway, and my snake hips will be out at night time if there's some good tunes on as well. So there we go. So that's it. That's 2 weeks condensed into one. I know I've sort of skated over a little bit. You might be like, that's better, Neil. Skate over because you waffle. But anyway, weekly weight loss vlog next week. Do you know what? I might take the old microphone with me. I might record one next week. I don't know. We'll see what we get to. I think I might take my mic. If I don't take my mic, I'll just record it on my phone. I know the quality might not be the best, but yeah, so I don't know. So I might do a weekly weight loss vlog in Mexico next week, and I'll record it. And again, if I'm up at 6 a.m, I'll just walk out I'll probably walk to the beach or something and record it there. It depends how windy it is, I suppose. Or yeah, I don't know. I might do, but if not, 2 weeks today, I'll do another double bubble. And I'll talk about the rest of this. This week we're going away, and then the whole Mexico week. There'll be no calories to try. I'll put my diary up. There'll be nothing tracked in it, but I'll go through like my post weight loss or whatever. Yeah, there we go. Right. If I don't see you next week, have a good couple of weeks. Make sure if you don't subscribe to my newsletter, make sure you subscribe to my newsletter. I'll put the link in the description because every week in my newsletter I post my live times. Now there's no point actually because I'm not gonna. I think I won't be doing the newsletter next week. I might do. I don't know, but I did say in yesterday's newsletter. But anyway, if you subscribe to my newsletter, I put a few bits and pieces in the newsletter, but I always put my live times. So whenever I'm live on TikTok, or if you're in my community, when I go live on the community, so you can have a look at. Yeah. Make sure you subscribe. I'll put the link in the description again. If you want to subscribe to my community or anything like that, get signed up. I'm taking my computer with me on holiday. I'll be doing a bit of work on holiday, but I'm not writing any plans. My next start date for my one-to-one plan is the 20th of May. Now, it depends when you watch this. If you sign up before Tuesday, or on or before Tuesday, which will be, what's the date today? I have no idea. 29th, isn't it, today? So if you sign up today or tomorrow, depending on when you watch this, I will get you started on Monday, but then I'm not writing any plans next week, so I won't be starting anyone a week on Monday or 2 weeks today. My next start date will be 3 weeks today if you don't get in. So if you want to get on plan, get signed up, and I will get you going before I go to Mexico. Right, so if I don't see you next week, I will see you in 2 weeks, but look, I might try and get one done next week. I'll just see. It depends what time I'm up in the morning, because like I say, if I'm up early, I'll do stuff to fill my time before we go for breakfast and then hit the pool. Anyway, there you go. Till next time, make sure you are bossing your weight loss.